panicking. Finger on the button, just pointing out my advantages. Dancing with your dreams, I focus the beam. Anakin, steady as a mannequin, standing stiff as the planet spin. Camping in, out of your mind, woke in the ambulance. Did his best in there with a champion.
Champion! We remain here. It's your boy Jay Black, a.k.a. Black Man. Shake my hand. We have Miss Rita Puffin Loud in the building.
How you feeling?
We have Mr. Anwar in the building.
What's up with you?
And our show. We should be going live next week, I think. Right?
Monday.
Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. It happened. Ultimate Manage 5, UM5 went down. 2 tournament bouts to make the finals, and you had the one-offs, which are 3-round battles. Mm-hmm. They're not one-rounders. And how y'all feel overall? Talk to me.
Well, you were there in the building, so it's a different feel. Give us that.
Yeah, Anwar said it was the best event ever. It rivaled 9-man events and to manage. I disagree though.
Listen, SM2, Dome 9, they were not nearly as fire and, let me say, hot as this event. Okay.
That actually makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. I'm in my battle rapper mode. Okay. No, seriously, the event overall was dope. And the building experience, of course, is different from the at-home viewership, but the main thing that I remember, and unfortunately, out of the 6 battles, I walked away talking about 3 things. 2 of the battles and the temperature in the building. Unfortunately, the venue, the AC, they said it was working. Mm-hmm. And it had to have been on, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah. Now, I will say it was a $104 yesterday. So,
it's just hot in Atlanta.
Yeah, it might have just been too much. And then as the room filled up with more and more people coming, it just got hotter and hotter.
Smoke in the venue, all that, it just holds that heat still. That's terrible.
Yeah, but the battles, most of the battles I enjoyed. The crowd, I think that temperature, I think that was the main thing. And when you add to the fact that Snake Eyes and Stumbles, respectfully, was like the main event, like the most anticipated battle, and that going last, you add heat, alcohol, and a delay. Yeah, you're going to get some restless people. But
some good wings, though. Some really good wings.
I didn't have any of the wings. Shout out to Debo. They ran out of soap in the bathroom.
Okay.
And so I couldn't watch. And I've shaken a lot of hands, walking around. And he like, yo, you gotta have, bro. I can't, man. He's like, go ahead, just have. I can't do that to y'all or myself. I know I'm going to get sick. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Overall, for me, and I see why we kept saying that people that's in the back area should move up to the front. But if they ever move to the front, it's like they're gonna be sweating kind of crazy. So the heat was definitely a factor. I knew the day before, man. I was sweating during the face-offs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if nobody here and the face-offs happen, I'm doing this napkin, whatever. I came late too. My flight delayed. My flight not yours, but anyway. I'm like, this is not gonna be a good situation. I think that definitely played a part in how people reacted. Overall, though, I would say 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
I expect a little bit more from a few battles. You know what I'm saying? It depending on how they was acting leading up to the battle, added face. I'm like, oh, it's about to be this, and it kind of wasn't. And I felt like the tone wasn't set until I think the 3rd or 4th battle, or Red vs. None. I think it was the battle that set the tone for me.
Okay.
So solid event, but
Yeah, that second half.
Definitely. Second half came through.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
For me at home, it was a build-up. I wasn't there for the heat part of it, so I didn't experience that. But it was a build-up throughout the night, small steps. You crawl first, then you walk, then you run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I saw throughout the night. And by the end of the night, was I satisfied? Yeah, if I had to rank it, I would give this event 6, 6.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The beginning for me, it was, again, with the Urana battle versus Steams, I expected way more from both of them. I did not expect, and Urana very charismatic because in the building they just would not go against them. Like they were loving them. But I definitely expected way more out of that battle. Rada and Kid Slade, I didn't really expect much. I don't know what's there.
I expected something. Right?
The talking and face off is one thing, but it's like, are we really addressing this in the battle? And if not, what are we talking about? I do feel like Slade kind of got some redemption for Mike P. Shout out to him.
Oh wow, that bar, okay.
He helped redeem Mike P in a little bit. But yeah, I just didn't really expect much out of it. I expected it to be good, but I didn't have the most highest expectations for it.
Okay.
And then the rest of the night, O-Red versus None. Dope. O-Red took a kid to school, I guess, if you want to say.
Wow.
But how did it transition for people? That matters, right? And I'm talking about the masses, not just me. It does matter, so that's another thing. But overall, I felt like that battle was dope. And then the rest of the night was just crazy after that.
Yeah.
I mean, we can start the first two battles and kind of speed through that first. I think Rita kind of went through it, so Anwar, if you would.
Okay.
You said Your Honor versus Steen was your favorite battle.
When I was looking at it on paper, no, I never said that. Yo.
Okay.
Jay Black is just making stuff up. He's running around here back here with his sweatpants on. I don't know
That's
what's going
a lie.
on. If he transitions in the YouTube right now, the camera should be on him. Anyway, but no. So look, see now he's back. Ryder and Kid Slade started the night out. I actually thought Your Honor and Steams would have been the first battle, if I'm being honest. Like looking at that,
Facts.
yeah, I did. Just it just is what it is. Steams, he did his thing on the Elijah battle. But let's go ahead. So Ryder and Kid Slade, the face-off definitely was entertaining. I think Ryder was almost there with the props, but I think when you're gonna talk trash like that, like this is all you do, like you gotta, if they're not,
Gotta be breaking it down.
but even still, like if they're not like really, like Slade was sitting there like just smirking, like in my mind he's cooking up something to say in response. So you're laying these breadcrumbs. If he doesn't have a response, you gotta like keep going. The next day, his whole thing was Kid Slade is not direct. That was the theme of Ryder in the face-off. I think in the battle, I think he was more direct, Ryder. But Kid Slade did have some stuff. And I mean, for him, you mentioned, the Mike P situation. But Kid Slade started out with that. Like, you know what I mean? Something. You got the white girl, then went and told everything to police. Like, crazy. And it's like, bro, Ryder, he couldn't have said that to nobody but Ryder. You know what I mean? So, overall, I think the battle was decent. I don't think either of them really broke uphill though. Yeah. Both of their first rounds was where it was. I edged, so again, this is all off one watch and in the building. I edged Ryder the first round. I thought Kid Slade was really good. Second round, I think Ryder, I don't know what was going on, but it seemed like because Kid Slade's first round was so good, Ryder might have been wondering, like, damn, did he match me or he could edge that one?
Yeah.
Something about Ryder's second, like, it just didn't do it for me. I gave Kid Slade the second, so.
Special 1-1 going to the third. Not every battle was 1-1 going to the third. Go ahead.
That's a fact, but this one was. And for me, I just thought that this battle comes down to the third round for me.
Yeah.
I edged Ryder, but I can't argue somebody saying Kid Slade got the third round. I think both of their thirds were decent, but their first rounds was really where the meat and potatoes was. After that, it was the dessert and then some soda. Like, you know what I mean? That's the way I would look at it. So I had Ryder first and third, edge.
I'm gonna go back to real fast. I was fixing and we had a problem here, technical difficulty. Shot a shotgun and shook. I'm gonna go back to Your Honor versus Steams, and I was let down. I had expectations for it. I wouldn't say high expectations. On top of the face-off, him bringing a prop, as the judge, whatever, as the Your Honor.
Right.
And you see people like Stumbles, and you see Your Honor. It's like, in a sense, they're like in the same boat in terms of. You have that personality. You
right.
have you have the characteristics. You have this. You have that. You have moments.
Right.
But can you be consistent?
Right.
And that day, pretty much yesterday, he couldn't. But it still won the battle.
Still won, and that's the thing, man. Like,
what is it gonna take for? You see what it took for Stumbles.
right.
Stumbles got everything he deserved. Now.
Right.
Like, you see how.
Yes.
They're on the phone like Stumbles versus that.
Right.
What is it gonna take for Your Honor to realize? You can be there too.
I don't have the answer to. I know. I hope I'm not giving anything away, but I know that he has had multiple conversations behind the scenes, myself included, on the level of talent that Your Honor, Twerk, Chess, Stumbles. These guys have something that you cannot teach. It's them. The preparation, the dedication, that part is coachable, but they have to want it. And I think it's just like, the smartest kid in school. If you're the smartest kid from kindergarten to 8th grade, when you get to high school, if you go to a magnet school, you ain't the smartest kid in the room no more.
Yeah.
All of these guys, all those ones that I mentioned, so we're talking about Your Honor, he's battling the best battle rappers in the world. That's what he can get away with on the small leagues, ain't gonna work on URL at all. He just has to really lock in. I mean, I don't know what it is. I know he gave up drinking, so we can't say, he's drinking too much and partying. It's not that. I was with him the night before. Unfortunately, I wasn't trying to hear nobody's material beforehand, but he kept wanting to rap his material. And I'm like, oh, bro, like, spar with them.
So he was in a way prepared.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think it's the switching the pace and the switching the flows, because he does rap fast and it
Yes.
switches to
And then switch.
rapping slow into different pockets, so it's like that's a lot to remember when he does
and then he slows it down.
So,
I
yeah,
thought that was maybe a way that he did remember. Like, I get that he might start his round out a little slow, talking about something. He jumps into a pocket, and then maybe there's a transition word there that's like, okay, now I can slow it down again and get back into this. That was just me, though. I never asked him about it, but I figured that was something that helped him to remember some of his material.
Even Steams, and this is the thing, we got to talk about Steams,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I said
Steams, but
Shout out to Steams, yeah.
I don't get it, bro. All right, I've seen Steams over the years be really good and respectfully really bad, and I think he knows that. The Elijah Strait battle, he was really good. He took Elijah Strait to school. He did. Let's be honest, he did. Elijah Strait's a new guy. Steams been here. Steams showed all the things that Elijah isn't. I'm like, okay,
But hold on, real quick, I gotta stop you. That was a pit battle.
I was getting to that.
That was a pit battle.
But-
So go ahead, son.
See, this is what he do, y'all. Because I was talking to him about this yesterday before champion, so he took my thunder. Okay,
I didn't. My fault.
because I said that. Yes,
Oh, well, go ahead.
I'm gonna pretend he ain't say that. So
I did say
he was wild on Elijah, and I'm like, all right, him and Your Honor obviously is not Elijah. It's a step up. But I still think that, respectfully, Steams is the ace out of that battle. He's been around longer, and at that moment, he had more momentum. I don't know if they dropped the Your Honor and Louisi battle.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I didn't see it. So prior to that,
They did drop Denny versus Rep Nitty, though. Go ahead, though.
Prior to that, I'm going off Your Honor versus Don Marino. Don Marino got that battle. Your Honor was in there doing the Your Honor. I thought Steams was going to take this battle, and if I'm being honest, I thought it was going to be kind of clear. I thought Honor would go in there and not be able to get through his material clean, but also Steams in there executing like he did in the Elijah battle. And that Steams that was on stage Saturday, to me, looked uncomfortable. He was prepared because he got through his material, but he didn't rap it as though it didn't seem like he knew
It was the sound.
He rushed
it was the
through that
sound of it.
material. He
Yeah,
rushed
sound
through
of
it.
it.
Speed racer, had to hurry up and get through the material really, really. And I'm like, slow down, calm
Projection,
down.
sound. I would say delivery as well. I feel like he didn't come alive until the third. My third
Fact.
round was I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought when we misread the votes, we got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know,
Okay.
shout out to Steve Harvey.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Wow.
And we read the wrong name. That's the name that was given to us, and we said that. So I'm like, maybe they gave it to him because of the third round and the fact that Your Honor was messing up.
Right.
So to correct it, I'm like, yo, Your Honor messed up. He even came on the stream like, I take full accountability for this 100%. If I lost, I lost. I get it. And he still won.
Facts.
That's even on like, it's great. Y'all feel a bit about the caffeine votes. Even on Twitter, like, yo,
Yes.
Honor messed up, but it's like, I think he still won.
I
People saying
tweeted
on
that.
Twitter.
He's
I tweeted
way
he-
too charismatic.
That's crazy.
It's his personality, the way he connects with people up there on that stage and through the screen. It's like, it's nothing you can do about that. It's something that he has that nobody else has. And when he steps on stage, they love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even, and his material is always crazy too. Let's not forget that. But even when he does mess up, people are still like, yo, he had this moment that I got to get
Right.
from the battle because this is what I remember. And most of the times, it's Your Honor stuff. They don't
Yeah.
really remember much from the opponents.
I would say for Steams, you know what I mean? I felt like he went into the battle with the pitch style, and he was received well in that battle, so he just
Right.
brought it to a stage
Right.
when it's like there's two different
Right.
fights.
Right.
You got to prepare or you got to adjust
But-
differently for those situations.
I will say this because, and I'll keep it short. First week it was on the stage. Last week it was not. If you looked at the address from last week to week 3, it's the same address. I would have assumed it was a pit as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That is a
So,
fact.
and when you get there for the face-off, so you realize, oh wait a minute, it's the building next to the building we were, and there's a stage. It's too late to change the material now.
That is true.
So
Hey.
I will say that as one of those things that you got to think about.
We'll just be overall great then. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. That's not on us.
Right.
We're not the rule, we're not the
Yeah.
administration, whatever. But I'm gonna skip right through Kid Slay because you already addressed the Kid Slay and Rada. I thought this was a close battle. What I said on the stream was I don't feel like nobody really, y'all said they didn't ride uphill, so by the third round it wasn't as good as their first two
Right.
at all. It's like there's an opening for Kid Slay to clearly take it, an opening for Ryder to clearly take it. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that Ryder knew to rebuttal his throwing the shade because if you didn't,
Right.
that's easy. Even if you don't rebuttal,
Right.
I'm gonna rebuttal that. Throwing throwing shade.
Right.
I like Kid Slate overall better, but to me it's still a close battle. Like I'm not mad at who you felt this part. Like it's a close fight.
Yeah, and Ryder was
What's no haymaker ending?
Ryder was supposed to clear him.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, Ryder's been around longer. Like he's the vet in that situation. So
But we're saying Ryder supposed to clear him. You know, I feel like what about Kid Slate showing and proving that he's the new guy that you're supposed to be watching? So was he supposed to do that too?
Did he
and
do
clear
that?
Ryder?
Right, and did he do
It's
that?
yeah, okay.
I'm not when Ryder and Kid Slate popped up on us. I'm like, whoever y'all, if you thought you won, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Right.
If you thought you won, I'm not gonna argue with you. Y'all both won in the situation. But the official decision was for Kid Slate. And I think that was the appropriate vote. But I think this battle is when my energy popped up. I was able to talk with a little more poise and I'm like, we here now.
Okay.
It's O-Red and Nunna. What's your thoughts on that?
2017 champion of the year. Go ahead, Rita.
Crazy battle. O-Red started it out crazy, and his first round, bringing out the board, flipping it over, Debo holding the board.
Yeah.
It's one of those
That's
classic
cheating, though.
type.
You shouldn't complain.
That's a fact.
He's staffed. That's cheating. Go ahead, though.
It's one of those classic type moments. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. I feel like Nunn did everything he could in that matchup to fight back. Like he's showing and proving. Yeah, he's showing. Rebuttal was crazy. Like Nunn is doing everything in his power, showing and proving. I need to be here. This is why I'm here. Also, probably knowing that Gnome announcement was going to be made. You got to show and prove why you're.
Facts. Knowing
You have to show and prove why you were selected for Gnome, because he knows probably there's going to be a lot of people out there saying, well, why Nunn?
Right.
Why is he here? This is not a big matchup. You're going to get the haters. You're going to get the negativity. Show and prove every time you step on that stage. And Nunn continues to do that every time he steps on that stage.
That's a fact.
I feel like I could beat Nunn in the battle.
Oh my God.
I just really wanted to say it. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Nunn. I agree with everything she said, literally. Knowing that you have known, it's in your back pocket. O-Red, again, the A-side. O-Red, 2017 champion of the year, vet, legend, all the accolades O-Red has, Nunn's clearly the B-side. And I think this was an opportunity to showcase. Cutting straight to the point, I had O-Red first and third. Let me say that. But
you disagree with the fan vote?
Hey, shout out to the fans. Shout out to the fans.
What's wrong with you?
Hold up. Did he have 100% of the fan vote?
No.
Then I don't disagree with the fan vote. I just agree with the side that was
You
low.
disagree with the majority.
There you go. But I think O-Red did everything that he needed to do to separate himself from Nunn. Nunn with the rebuttals. We all know rebuttals, they are hit or miss. And more of his hit than miss, but the ones that miss, that whiff is like, oh, okay. And then you got to keep going. So I think it was a good display. I think the battle did pick up the energy. I was worried after Steams and Your Honor, the building, there was a little break, if you remember. The building was like, oh yeah, I ain't here for this. It was hot. It was getting hotter.
We walk out. Look,
People was going outside. It's 104 outside, 105 inside. People trying to find. Like it was. There was that moment there that I think we needed them. And unfortunately, I don't think the crowd was really as receptive to them as they could have been. But it was that combination. So we just came off a battle that they didn't really enjoy.
Right.
And the heat. Everything's expensive in the building. I think they were just like, you know what? And shout out to Nunn for showing some crowd control. I think it was the third round. I was sitting next to Beasley. He was just getting ready to get up and go tell everybody to be quiet by the bar. And Nunn, yo, hold it down back there.
Y'all came here for raps.
Y'all came here for raps, right? Hold it down.
That's a fact.
Beasley literally turned around and sat back down. Like, oh, okay. So shout out to Nunn though. Like, that's one of those things. Because this might have been 150 people maybe?
200, 250 maybe.
Okay.
The bar area was packed.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
Facts.
it was-
Because they had ice cold water and ice cold beer by the
I
bar.
think they had ice cream too. I don't know.
They did.
Like they was passing them out, but not to us.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, wow.
Facts. But I saw what they gave you, Jay Black, so cut it out, man. They sent a Uber Black for Jay Black. I was going to take him to the venue.
That's a lie.
He said, oh, my car's already here and the AC is on. I said, all right. But,
And the AC is on.
and the AC was already on. You gotta wait for it. Anyway, the point being though, shout out to Nunn. I think that this is something he has to take a lot away from this battle because Gnome is gonna be literally probably 10 times as big.
But they're gonna be more receptive though. Houston is no offense.
He's battling Danny Myers,
Houston
the
is
bar
a
guy.
good crowd.
That's a fact, but it's the bar guy. Danny can do.
I think that stage right there, that might be more difficult than the Houston crowd.
We're gonna get to know him. How about that? We'll get to know him. But at the end of the day, I had ORED personally. I think None did good. Like I don't think this took away anything, but
None got the decision, by the way. The defense decision. We
okay.
gotta just remind that as we
my
give
bad.
our
I keep
own
saying it.
opinions.
Yeah, my bad.
We want to account for that too, but we have our different
I
opinions.
did an interview with None. Let's just put it that way. So check out 15 Minutes of Fame. See what None thought.
I'm pretty sure None thought he won. Right?
None agreed. He wasn't mad with ORED first and third.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. My decision, how I felt about the battle. Let me give credit to None first and foremost. The fact that he hit. You gotta think. ORED knocked him down in the first round.
Yeah.
Like that was a situation where like, okay, I see. ORED could have stopped his round right there, but I'm like, he's going for the murder in the first.
Right.
I'm like, it's gonna connect to his third round because he's doing overkill right on the 1st. It's like, yo, what are you using the face off talking very spicy? I'm getting revenge. It could have been oh red, oh pink, oh magenta, oh turquoise. I'm about to get you. And he passed the white test that ORED put. I'm like, okay, none is here.
Right.
He gets knocked down in the first, and for him to bounce back and respond with 3 of them things. 3 of them things. So, I feel like, again, let me say it again, because he's up there with the Chef Treasures. He's getting there. He's up there with the Chef Treasures, the A-Wards, the Sharones, the DNAs.
He's getting there.
The A-Ward, DNAs. Who else? The Hollows. I think Hollow kind of went backwards, though, in terms of he passed.
Right.
He
He'll
passed
do as much rebuttals, right?
Pat Stays, stuff like that. Even the Geechee Gottis.
And Danny Myers.
And Danny Myers, because he's going against Danny Myers. And before I continue what I'm saying, when we do the live stream, we be joking from time to time. I feel like y'all be too critical and saying that we be throwing shade, and like I don't think nobody was throwing shade to A-Ward at all. Shout out to A-Ward. You know what I mean? It's jokes. We gotta carry, like, you gotta think, when we talk, we gotta talk for about 2 hours.
I'm staying out of this.
You gotta think, we gotta talk for 2 hours. Like, really break this down. When we do the live stream, we have to talk for 2 hours plus. The first 30 minutes, and then probably when a battle rapper's late, they want to pull up or something like that. We got to talk extra 30 minutes. So it's like we got to find things to say and really digest and talk about. We be having 10 minutes of structured conversation, and the rest we got to fill in. So it's like, you know, we're having fun up there. You know what I mean? I don't think y'all should be too critical of us saying a name or not. It is what it is. All right. But back to what I was saying with None.
Hey, we're back. I want to know parts of that. Go ahead.
I didn't see you said chat.
Oh,
but None, for him to do the 3 of them things and bounce back the way he did and fight through the crowd, and what you said with Beasley and him shutting the crowd instead, I thought that was really good on him, and he's showing poise and he's elevating his career. And this is a win that he got from the fans because throughout the entire year they've been voting against him. I said before, the Snake Eyes battle thought he won, but he lost it. According to the votes, you know what I mean? Ron Nitty, he's been doing good all year, and he definitely deserved Danny Myers battle. But ORED was a true vet to me. In the building, I felt like he did enough in the third to close it out for me. I had ORED first and third.
So you disagree with the fan vote?
I disagree with the majority.
Okay.
Majority fan vote. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we watched 2 different battles. We gotta highlight that. It's like when you're at home, it's not the same as in the building.
That's
and I've been in both situations. I'm like, okay. But it's 2 different battles, bro. So in the building, only watch in the building, I thought ORED took it.
Okay.
Took it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think None has won the fans over recently. However, I had ORED winning that one first and third. I didn't really think None closed it out properly. But, you know, again, the fans, when they're proved wrong, then they're on your side, so then they'll vote for you. So I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
All right, next up. What was the next one?
Next up was the last one. It was,
No, we got 2 Ultimate battles. Then we had the Snake Eyes Stumbles.
Right.
But should we go to Snake Eyes Stumbles first and then go to the 2?
Well, I'm going to say, because at that point it's on you, man. Because it was, the Snake and Stumbles was the main event, but that was the last battle.
Yeah.
So are we doing one-offs or are we doing
one-offs first. Let's go straight to the, here we go. Ding, 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 shit
I'm about to say, you might as well stop and restart the cameras now.
This is about to be a joint. All right, say that.
Yeah, because you already know what it's about to be.
It's about to be what?
Respect, know that.
Tough guy.
Never been no lyricist, but I be drilling shit well. Killing shit business as well. Militant sky's the limit now. My guy, I'm limitless. Tied to the hip is the steel. Timberland's kicking his grill. Stripping get killed. You niggas just tip on a date. I pick up the bill. The difference is ill. Matic next to the mill.